Okay, mic check. All right, so I made a video earlier and I discovered that the audio wasn't on. Something was wrong with the audio. It's not like it wasn't on, but something, I don't know, I guess the something just kind of went wrong. But anyway, so I have to redo the video now. So, and then just give me 1 second. So the topic was about Boko Haram. So what is Boko Haram, and can Nigeria and Africa eliminate Boko Haram? So, what is Boko Haram? Boko Haram, founded by Mohammed Yusuf in 2020, according to Wikipedia, according to sources. Okay, Boko Haram was founded by Mohammed Yusuf in 2002. The group was led by Abubakar Shekau from 2009 until his death in 2021. Although it splintered into other groups after Yusuf's death and also in 2015. When the group was first formed, their main goal was to purify Islam in northern Nigeria, believing jihad should be delayed until the group was strong enough to overthrow the Nigerian government. The group formally aligned itself with the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant. The group has been known for its brutality, and since the insurgency started in 2009, Boko Haram has killed tens of thousands of people in frequent attacks against the police, armed forces, and civilians. It has resulted in the death of more than, according to, I'm not sure, they said 300,000, but I'm not quite sure if that's the accurate figure, displaced 2.3 million from their homes. Wow, that's a huge number. I'm not quite sure about the number as well, but and was the worst, deadliest terror group during part of the mid 2010s, according to the Global Terrorism Index. Boko Haram has contributed to regional food crisis and famine. After its founding in 2002, Boko Haram's increasing radicalization led to the suppression operation by the Nigerian military and the killing of its leader, Mohammed Yusuf, in July 2009. Its unexpected resurgence following a mass prison break-in September 2010 in Bauchi was accompanied by increasing sophisticated attacks, initially against soft targets, but progressing in 2011 to include suicide bombings of police buildings and the United Nations office in Abuja. The government establishments of a state of emergency at the beginning of 2012, extended in the following year to cover the entire northeast of Nigeria, led to an increase in both security force abuses and militant attacks. Of the 2.3 million people displaced by the conflict since May 2013, at least 250,000 left Nigeria and fled to Cameroon, Chad, and Niger. Boko Haram killed over 6,000 people in 2014. The group has carried out DD, including the killing by fire of 59 schoolboys in February 2014, and mass abduction, including the kidnapping of 276 schoolgirls in Chibok, Borno State, Nigeria, in April 2014. Corruption in the security services and human rights abuses committed by them have hampered efforts to counter the unrest. In mid 2014, the militants gained control of swath of territory in and around in and around their home states of Borno, estimated at 50,000 square kilometers, which is 20,000 square miles, in January 2015, but did not capture the state capital, Maiduguri, where the group was originally based. On 7 March 2015, Boko Haram leader Abubakar Shekau pledged allegiance to the Islamic States of Iraq and the Levant. According to the BBC, due to the internal disputes between the two groups, hundreds of terrorists left Boko Haram and formed their own organization, named Islamic States West Africa Province. In September 2015, the Director of Information at sorry, the the Director of Information at the Defense Headquarters of Nigeria announced that all Boko Haram camps had been destroyed, but attacks from the group continued. In 2019, the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, claimed that Boko Haram was technically defeated. However, attacks by Boko Haram have a separate investigation conducted by Wall Street Journal backed recent claim that Shekau was dead. Well, that's the news according to Wikipedia. Now, what's my opinion on this whole Boko Haram thing? Boko Haram is a group in the northern part of Nigeria, a section of a northern part of Nigeria called Maiduguri. It's a state in Nigeria, one out of the 36 states called Maiduguri, whereby the population there kind of like were against Western education. That's what we learned. Because for those that don't understand Nigeria is split into two regions ideologically. Ideologically split into two regions: the Muslim North and the non-Muslim South. The reason why I call it non-Muslim South because people like to call it Christian South, but it's not really. Non-Muslim South meaning both all religions, both Christian, a little bit of Muslim Islam, and indigenous African religion in the South. But the reason for this is because prior to the Berlin time, the European colonial time, the northern Nigeria was already Islamized. It was already Islamized and was already deeply rooted with Islam. And when the British were in the present day Nigeria, they had Nigeria was split into two protectorates, the Northern Protectorate and the Southern Protectorate. So it was basically two countries, two separate countries. However, when the British were there, they introduced Western style of education to the Southern Nigeria. They wanted to introduce to the North as well, but the Northerners rejected Western style of education because they believe that it corrupts Islam, I guess, by their own belief. And so they rejected the idea of having Western education introduced to their region. So fast forward into decades after independence of Nigeria, after the British left, the Southern Nigeria became far ahead education-wise. We became far ahead in terms of being educated. So you had a situation where one side of the country is highly educated, while the other side is, should I say, kind of backward. Well, we can say backward, but they were more Islamic educated. They received more of Islamic education. Now, what made it a disadvantage for them was the fact that the economics model the Nigerian state practice is more of a Western economic system, Western economic module, and Western economic industrialization and economics. So it kind of created a situation where the South became kind of backward, and the North became kind of backward, while the South became very progressive. So the Nigerian government decided, hey, this is not going to work. We have to really have the Northern Nigerian catch up. So we have to really introduce the Western education. We have to forcefully introduce the Western education to the North. And that's when in 2002, when this effort was being carried out, that we had the group of people in one section of the north, known as Maiduguri, Borno states, started kind of agitating against the idea of Western education. And that's when they came with the term Boko Haram, meaning book. Boko means book, Haram means forbidden. Western book is forbidden. Western education is forbidden. And they carry out their agitation and protest for some years, from 2002 until around 2009, when the movement became a little bit it was getting a little violent, in terms of riots you know, and then at one point the Nigerian armed forces, the Nigerian police and Nigerian army kind of descended on the group and killed a lot of them. I say I say retaliation for certain violent acts that they carry out against the infrastructure in the states. So in the process, the Nigerian army killed their leader, Mohammed Yusuf, and the death of Mohammed Yusuf kind of created an anger. And eventually, the group, went into, should I say hiding or some form of, became kind of organized and organized themselves into like a insurgent group. And some external forces kind of took advantage of it. And of course, every country has enemies. The enemies of Nigeria, which were countries of, I don't know, probably whoever want to assume is who they are, started harming the group. And since then, the group started growing and started launching attacks. And since then, we are where we are today. However, what people need to understand is just because Boko Haram is going on in northern Nigeria doesn't mean it affects the whole Nigeria. Like me, for example, I'm from the southern part of Nigeria. And anyone that's been to Nigeria will know that when you're in the southern Nigeria, it's almost like you're in a whole different country compared to the northern Nigeria. When you live in northern Nigeria and go to southern Nigeria, it's like you're in a whole different country. It's a different system, different way of life, different issues is affecting, the other side. So I, from the southern part of Nigeria, I would say I am not affected by Boko Haram. Boko Haram is not issues in the south. People in the south don't think about Boko Haram. What we have going on is more like Afro beats and entertainment and things like that. So Boko Haram is not issues that we deal with in the southern part of Nigeria. But if you travel to the north, even in the northern part of Nigeria, like most part of it, you really don't see the issue of Boko Haram. It's just something that goes on in a particular section of the north, which is the northeast, which is a place called Maiduguri State. Sorry, Borno State, with capital as Maiduguri. And it's a state that borders the Niger Republic, Chad, and Cameroon. So that's basically where Boko Haram is actually, actively going on. But when you watch the international news, of course, they'll paint it as if it's the whole Nigeria that's burning, and the whole Nigeria is suffering from Boko Haram, and it's not a safe place to go. You have to be careful. Boko Haram can jump out if you step foot in Lagos or Port Harcourt or Wari, Ibadan, or Shogbo. Oh, Boko Haram can just jump out of the bush, Well, clearly, even Abuja, clearly, people that live in Nigeria, southern part of Nigeria, know that's not the case. Boko Haram is not a problem that they deal with. But yet, I won't say it's not a problem that for the government or for the country. It's still a problem. Whatever is happening in one section of the country, of course, it's still part of the country. So we have to accept it as a national problem. And we're here in the United States. whatever's going on in Texas border, like the killings going on in Texas border with the cartel, the Mexican cartel. I mean, of course, if you live in a place like New York, you don't feel like it's your problem, but because it's not your problem doesn't mean it's not American problem. Whatever killing going on there is still a national problem. You know, so Boko Haram in northern Nigeria and in northeast part of Nigeria. If you ask me, I'll say, yeah, it's a problem. But the question is, can the Nigerian states and the African, because in fact, it's not only Nigeria that Boko Haram, I mean, this group have kind of spread, it's not only Nigeria that the attack is taking place, even in Niger Republic, in northern Cameroon and Chad. I mean, they deal with the problems, Boko Haram, it's become more like, I don't even know what their agenda is really, because these guys just attack villages and kill people for no reason, and they kill. And in fact, this is what I think. I don't even think we should continue to call this group Boko Haram, because for the fact that the real Boko Haram, someone that coined the term Boko Haram, really meant that the meaning education is forbidden. What's going on today? I don't think that's the real movement. I don't think this insurgency that's going on is about education anymore. These guys is really not about education. I think the so-called movement was hijacked. It's become something different. And in fact, I don't even think it's the same people from the beginning that are still carrying out this so-called Boko Haram. Because now, any attack that goes on, any insurgency attack that happens now, they call it Boko Haram, which doesn't make sense. Boko Haram simply means book is forbidden, education is forbidden. So whatever is going on in this Niger, Chad, Nigeria, or this whole area, this Sahel region, these attacks on villages and just attacking armed forces, and sometimes they attack, and sometimes now they kidnap, ask for ransom. It has nothing to do with Boko Haram, But we used to the term Boko Haram, and we just really call it Boko Haram. But to me, let's just call it insurgency. The man that came with the term Boko Haram, Abubakar Yusuf, Mohammed Yusuf, sorry, is dead. And in fact, even his deputy, Abubakar Shekau, that took over, that started claiming to be leading the so-called movement. He's also been killed in 2021. And whatever is going on now, I mean, I don't think it's Boko Haram. I think Boko Haram is dead. It's been defeated. What's going on is vested interests, groups, international organizations. I mean, just sponsoring insurgency to pretty much protect their interest in these regions. That's what I think is going on. So to me, we should figure what's going on and start quit the term Boko Haram, unless whoever carry out an attack come out and claim that they are Boko Haram. But that term Boko Haram, I think we have to put it to rest. What's happening to me, I don't think it's Boko Haram. It's just insurgency. We need to investigate every attack and call it what it is. Figure who's behind it and tag the crime according to, we have to tag the crime according to whoever carried out the attack. Name it, whoever is responsible, we tag whoever it is, whoever is behind it. We tag it on their group or organization or nation or company that's behind the sponsor of a so-called insurgent group. So this is my take on Boko Haram. If have an opinion on this, can I guess leave comments. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Until next time, God bless.